You might be the one that truly got me. I feel it too. You might be the one that truly got me.
Hi guys, my name is Donna and welcome back to my channel No Mirror Needed, where I make videos every week on different topics. So today we're going to be focusing on time management. How to manage your time when you're bad at it. So it can be really frustrating if you feel totally overwhelmed. Sometimes you feel like you don't know where to even start and you're not getting through all your tasks every day. Now, the exercises that I'm going to be showing you today will go for anyone that's either working at home or who is currently working at their job, just wants to get better at managing their time. Now, our days can be pretty busy with kids, school, our home, our jobs, our lives, our husbands, our relationships, and sometimes we just get totally overwhelmed, stressed out, and we just shut down, and sometimes we can't even complete anything that we have on our plate. The key to being successful is being able to obviously take the most important things on your plate, on your task list, get them all done first, and then move into the easier things. So I understand that this cannot be easy for everyone. For me, time management has always been something in the beginning of my career that I struggled really, really hard with. As I mentioned before, I did work in a restaurant, and I managed a restaurant and I managed a kitchen. I also was a kitchen manager for a while. So time management in a restaurant is very, very important. It is pretty much how you operate your day-to-day business. And in the beginning, I didn't quite start out that way. I was all over the place. I couldn't focus. I was struggling to keep up with maintaining pretty much the business on a float, because you just don't know what to prioritize with and what could wait till later. But I got really, really good at managing my time, and I understand working at a restaurant is way different from working at home, but implementing some of these strategies that I did for myself years and years ago will really help you manage your time more. So I definitely suggest putting a lot of this into play and into focus. Once I got better at managing my time, it got really easy for me to just step back and kind of like survey the situation that I'm in, or even in my daily life, just kind of like think of all the things that I need to do. By looking at the room in general, I can pretty much compartmentalize everything that I need to do in a day. It's almost like my brain is now like a filing cabinet, because I've gotten so good at it. It's just like almost second nature. And I really know what the most important things are. Multitasking to me has become super easy and efficient. I almost thrive off of multitasking. I find that when I am totally submerged in my job and have a lot of things going on, that I actually perform the best. That is just the way like I operate, my brain works, and I understand that that's not how everybody operates. I know it can be really difficult to really figure out which stuff you should do first, second, third, what's important, what's not, and how can you fit all of this into your daily life. So we are gonna be working on managing that time for you. Yes, I have a clock. Clocks are very, very important when you are starting out managing your time. I actually have my cell phone right down on the ground, and I have it set with an alarm, because I know that I want to make this video in only 2 hours, and I need to stick to that time frame because I have other things that I need to do today, and I don't want this video to take up my entire day. So I've already managed my time this morning, checked my emails. I didn't eat any breakfast, but that pretty much goes for me for every weekend. I pretty much don't really typically eat breakfast, but I already made my coffee because I cannot live without my coffee. And I checked my emails, made my coffee, got dressed, made my bed, got ready for the day, wrote a couple of notes that I wanted to just speak and touch upon in this video. So we are just going to get really started. And what I am going to give you guys is a PDF file that I've linked down below, and this is going to be your task manager. You can print this out, or you can pretty much write on a piece of paper if it's easier for you. Also, I suggest maybe picking up like a little pad. Got this from Michael's for like $3. I actually have a ton of these, and I just throw them in my purse when I just want to write out different kind of ideas that I have. Or if you're a planner like me, I definitely suggest using a planner. The planner that I am currently using is a Law of Attraction planner from Freedom Mastery, and I just recently did a whole video about this planner, the benefits of planning, and I kind of like dive really deep into this planner and give you my thoughts. read a couple of passages from this planner and just give you my ideas and my tips on how you can set your goals. So you want to go ahead and make sure you click that notification bell so you get alerts every time I make a new video. But that video is currently available and you can go ahead and check it out on my channel. So if you are a planner like me, you can write this in your planner, whatever is going to be best for you. But you're definitely going to want to grab some pen and paper so you can jot down all of these suggestions that I'm going to make. So what is the first thing that you want to do to be better at time management? The very first thing that you want to do, and you're going to want to write this down, is pick a precise focus or goal for the day. What this is going to do is it's going to set your intention for the day. You are waking up with a specific reason and purpose for that day, whether it is going to the gym or having a meeting or taking your child to the doctor or having a conversation with your mom or meeting a friend for lunch. Just choose one specific goal that you want to get throughout the day. And if you don't do anything other than this goal, you are going to accomplish at least this one task. So we're going to start out small. So I hope you wrote that down, but you're going to choose one specific goal to get you through the day. Now we're going to rank this goal. You chose your goal. Now from 1 to 5, how important is this goal to you? Does it reach a 5 being the best and 1 being the least important? If it approaches a 5 on your list and you rate it a 5, then we're going to move this goal onto our task list. If it comes in like a 1 and you can't think of anything else to do that day to focus on, you are going to choose another goal. There has to be something in your life, something in your business life, your personal life that ranks higher than a 1. So anything that's below a 3, just cross it off. Don't even think about it, but you are going to pick goals that are 3 and higher. So 3, 4, and 5 is really what you want to rank these. And if it comes in any less, you're scratching it off and starting over again. I know it seems tedious to write this down, but we need to write down what is it that we want to achieve? What is the outcome? And I know it sounds tedious. Obviously, we want to accomplish the goal and finish the goal, but it has to be more of a long-term outcome that we're looking for. So let's say we say, I want to go to the gym for 30 minutes today. Your final achievement and outcome of going to the gym and working out for 30 minutes is losing weight and being healthier. So that is what I'm looking for. So let's say you have a goal today that you are going to clean your house. The outcome of that is obviously having a clean house, but it's being more structured, more organized, and just feeling well put together. Also has a fresh sense in your life and just makes you feel just refreshed and rejuvenated. So that's kind of like what we're looking for when it comes to terms like that. That's what I'm talking about. Let's say we have a goal to take our mother to the doctor, and that is our goal for the day. So our achievement and our outcome is to have better quality of life from our mom, have a connection with our mom, and just see our mom as a support system for taking her to the doctor. So that is really what I'm looking for. So we're going to write down what it is that we want to achieve if we complete this goal. Moving on to number 2, we are going to make a task list. Now this is not a schedule because the schedule is going to come later, but we are going to write down every single thing that we need to do today, no matter how not important it seems to you. Brush your teeth, wash your face, make breakfast, no matter what it is, we're going to put it and write it down on this task list. We're also going to be taking that most important goal that we set forth in the beginning, and we're going to put that on our task list. We're going to make sure that it's on our task list because that is going to be something that we're going to be highlighting because we are going to be wanting to move that onto our schedule. So on this task list, I want you to include everything that's going to be going on in your day, down to brushing your teeth, washing your face, watching a TV show, any birthdays that may be coming up that day, appointments, emails, meals that you need to eat. I mean, I want you to get very, very specific. So guys, I'm going to give you a few minutes to write down everything that you want to put on this list because I want you to get really specific with it. So you can pause this video, come back to it later, grab yourself some coffee, some tea, a snack, because I really want you to focus on what's going to be going on this list. Now, when I say list, I mean we are going to be doing 5 lists. We're only going to be doing 5 lists Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday is a completely other way to time manage, especially it's the weekend. So the weekend we can incorporate if you want, so you'll be writing out a 7-day list, but we are going to be doing this every single day for the next 5 days. So I suggest that you think of tasks for tomorrow and move on and so forth and so forth. So I'll give you a few minutes and we'll be right back with the next phase, which is scheduling. Okay guys, so you should be done now going through your 7-day or your 5-day task list. Now, we're going to be moving on to now scheduling. And the reason why we're doing it this way is because you're watching this video for a reason. So we need to recondition the way that you are thinking and get really specific on each and every task that you are trying to complete, because obviously you're not getting through all of them. You're feeling a little overwhelmed, a little frustrated, and you really want to better yourself when it comes to time management. Really want to start crossing those things off your list and feeling like you accomplished something. So that's why we're taking this approach. So the next thing I want you guys to do is in your planner, if you have an hourly planner or on the piece of paper you're writing on, or if you're using my downloadable PDF, whatever you're using, we're going to write down per hour from the time we wake up to the time we go to sleep. Now, if you wake up every day at 9 o'clock, you're gonna start waking up 1/2 hour earlier. So if you wake up at 9, we're waking up at 8:30 now. If you wake up at 7, we're waking up at 6:30. And the reason why we're doing that is we're conditioning ourselves to start the day earlier. And we also may not be giving ourselves enough time to complete these tasks. So we're actually going to start the day earlier so we can reflect. We can take this list out and we're going to look at it in the morning. We're not going to do the list the same day. We're going to have this list already pre-written out for us, but we want it to just take a little extra time in the morning just to get the day started. So we're just going to be writing down on the piece of paper from 7 o'clock per hour, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, go all throughout the day, and we are going to stop when it comes to the time that we go to bed. Now that you wrote that down, we're going to start plugging in onto our schedule the tasks that we absolutely cannot avoid. So I'm talking about brushing our teeth, waking up, having breakfast, lunch, and dinner, taking the dog out, anything that is going to be your specific morning or evening routines. Those things that do not change, that you stick to every single day, that are not avoidable things. I'm talking about daily routines to get yourself up and going that you pretty much do on a daily basis. So we're going to start plugging that stuff in first. And maybe that changes from day to day. Maybe on Thursday you don't eat lunch at 12, but you eat lunch at 1. That's okay. We're just going to be plugging every single one of those things into our schedule. So let's start that now. Now we're going to start plugging in those specific appointments that we may have. Doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, a Zoom meeting, anything that you know that you have a specific date and time that you need to accomplish those tasks that you just cannot get out of. So let's say you work and you work a 9 to 5 job. You're going to schedule your work around now and implement them into your schedule. Let's start also doing that now, because we want to get out of the way the items that we cannot avoid. So if you did your schedule per hour, that's fine. You can put a couple of different things within that hour. So even if you wanted to do it every 15 minutes, but then you'll have to need like a bigger piece of paper. So that's why we're just doing it by the hour. Just leave yourself some room, maybe skip a line or skip every other line or something like that. So you can do a couple of tasks within that hour, because it's not going to take you an hour to brush your teeth. It's not going to take you an hour to wash your face. So things like that you can put in a couple of tasks into 1 hour. So you want to just kind of like manipulate your schedule so it fits around everything that you are talking about or that you need to do. That's fine. But we really want to get out of the way the things that are just not avoidable, the things that we have to do no matter what. We chose that one specific goal that we had in mind. Either you could have already put it down on your schedule, which is a possibility, because maybe it was something like going to the doctor's appointment. So if you've already put it on your schedule, that's great. You can skip over it. But if you had not added it to your schedule now, and now is the time that you want to add it to the schedule. So I know you're saying to yourself, well, how do I know where to add it into the schedule? And that's kind of hard for me to to determine for you. So I don't know what the specific task is, and I don't know what your schedule looks like. So I can't necessarily tell you, well, you're gonna add it in on your schedule at 4 o'clock, you're gonna add it in at 2 o'clock, you're gonna add it in at 11 o'clock. I can't make that determination for you unless I was helping you with your time management, which I'm completely open to doing. You can leave me a comment below. You can find me on Instagram, and you can DM me if you want. I'm totally open to help anyone with their time management. If you want to shoot me over your schedule, I will totally look at it for you. But if you are uncertain where you should put this, we have to think about how long is it going to take you to do this task. So let's say it's a project for work that you know is going to take you maybe 2 or 3 hours of research. We need to find on that schedule where we have that allotted time frame so we can plug it in for 2 or 3 hours. So if it's something quick, like if your goal is to go to the gym and if you know it's going to take 30 minutes and you like to go to the gym during the day because maybe it has a less crowd, or you're going on a long walk and you want to do that when it's the warmest outside, so you're going to do that around 1 o'clock. So that's kind of like how you're going to determine where you're going to be putting it on your schedule. So maybe if something like your goal is to organize your closets, but you work from 9 to 5, but you want to get that task done. You want to organize your closet. When would you have the time to do it? Maybe that's something that you take up on the weekends. Maybe it's something that you do after you get home from work, after you've already ate dinner and washed the dishes and took the dog out, and maybe you have an hour free before you have a show that comes on. Now this is just an example. Let's say you like to watch a show at 9 o'clock, but you want to clean out your closet. Let's give yourself 1 hour or 30 minutes to complete that goal. So now if you want to clean out your closet, that's going to take more than an hour, obviously. So you may need to roll over that goal into the next day. That's why we did it for a complete 5 or 7 days. That's why we chose to do it that way. So if you have a task like cleaning out your closet or cleaning out your pantry or something to that effect, just an example that I'm using, and you want to accomplish it, but you don't have hours in your day to do it, we're going to choose just a little time frame for us to try and complete it. So if you have an hour that you can carve out of that schedule, then use that hour wisely to clean out the closet. If you have 30 minutes, use it wisely and clean out the closet. But then you want to stick to that schedule and not go over your time frame, because now we need to move on to our next task. So the whole point is being able to scratch multiple items off of our task list. And things happen throughout the day. Life changes, life throws wrenches into your day. So you're going to have to try and go with the flow by maintaining your schedule at the same time. So that is just something that you're going to need to recondition yourself on and refocus your train of thought. The point is to start tracking everything, and don't panic if you don't get everything done. It's absolutely fine. Because you're starting out and you're reconditioning yourself to do your tasks differently, it's going to take you some time to get used to the idea of being able to track everything. So if you make a mistake or fall off the wagon, or you don't stick to that task, don't beat yourself up over it. We're just going to move on to the next day and kind of like roll over whatever we didn't accomplish. So be a little easy on yourself, but you want to make sure you're holding yourself accountable as well. Now, it's very easy to lose focus and get off track, especially for someone who is bad at managing their time. Maybe a friend of ours, text messages us and sends us a funny meme. Now we stop everything that we do. Now we're laughing at this text message and we're spiraling down a rabbit hole, because when you went on your, Instagram page, all these feeds started coming up, and the next thing you know, you're looking at Bernie Sanders just wearing his mittens somewhere, and you are totally out of focus. Like, if someone needs your attention at the time that you are trying to finish this task, do not be a people pleaser and learn how to say no. Tell the person that is trying to get your attention, listen, I really would love to help you right now, or I really would love to talk to you, but maybe you say to them, I really would love to hear what happened last night, really would love to hear your story, I would really love to talk to you further, but I am busy at the moment, can I call you back? And that is something that we're going to need to learn to do. It's not immediate gratification all the time for everyone. We need to start reconditioning ourselves to learn how to say no, and then pull out your schedule and say, listen, my friend, I have time tomorrow at 3 o'clock that I can call you. Does that work for you? Oh, great. Pencil her in, and then you have another task to complete tomorrow. So you want to keep yourself focused. You want to learn how to say no, stop being a people pleaser, and put yourself first, and just let somebody know that you're in the middle of doing something busy, and if you can get back to them later. But one of the things is it's very important to eliminate those triggers in our life that we know is going to make us lose focus, like whatever it is. Like, I don't lose focus very easy, but I know that that's harder for some people. While we write out this schedule, what we also want to be doing is writing deadlines next to them. So if we know that we have a deadline for this specific, topic, or let's say you're doing a project at work, like I was mentioning, and you have a deadline of Friday or whatever, we want to make sure that we're putting that deadline next to the task that we're trying to complete, because we are going to be working on it until it's completed. Again, going back to cleaning out your closet, I want to have my closet clean by next Saturday. So write that deadline next to it. I have a Zoom meeting that lasts me 2 hours. Write the deadline next to it. You want to make sure that you're putting a start and an end date to things, because that will help you also accomplish that goal. We are going to give ourselves an hour allotted time. So that is the time frame I'm giving you, but you can choose whatever you want. It's just a guideline. Like I was saying before, if you want to give yourself a half an hour, if you want to give yourself 2 hours, it's just up to you, but making sure that you're sticking to the schedule is key and the most important. So now that we have these deadlines in place, how do we stick to them? And we stick to them by having a clock in front of us. Now, I know that sounds very elementary or very old school, but we need to keep a clock in front of us or an alarm in front of us so we can be aware of our time. That is the most important. That is key to sticking to the schedule. So like I was mentioning, I actually have my clock, my phone on the floor, and I have it set for 2 hours because I want to film this video in 2 hours. That's how much time frame I'm giving myself. I keep looking down, I keep making myself aware, and being in the restaurant business, one of the key things to keep me on track, to keep me in time management, to make sure I was, doing things in a specific order, was the fact that we had a clock in our kitchen. And every time I worked in the kitchen, I knew exactly what time it was. I would be able to expedite food properly because I had a time schedule. I had the clock right in front of me. I knew that I had 10 minutes to get this entree out. I also kept track of people's, their breaks, or when the last time I saw a server was, or the last time, I dropped down a steak on a grill, how much time that I had to cook it. And it just kept me in complete order by looking up at that clock. And I know it sounds just a little elementary, but once that alarm goes off, you need to move on to your next task. So the next piece of advice I have is stop being a perfectionist. And I have to actually learn how to live by my own words and my own advice. And the reason for that is I'm a perfectionist in everything. And if I feel like I'm not doing good enough, then I get really, really down and hard about myself because I compare myself so much to others. Like I look at the people on YouTube who I'm aspiring to be, let's say, so to speak. And these people, these girls, some of them have been on YouTube doing this for like over 10 years, maybe over 5 years. And they've become so much more advanced than me, and they make things look so easy and effortless. And I just look back at my videos and I'm like, why doesn't my stuff look like them? And it pushes me to do better, to be better. And I know that that's really hard for some people. Sometimes it's hard for me. I'm just a perfectionist in that way. It has to be perfect to me. It may not be perfect to other people, which is fine, but it needs to be perfect to me. And we have to let go of that type of belief because it puts a lot of pressure on us. It puts a lot of stress and anxiety on us to be perfect all the time. But in the beginning, just starting out, just know that you're not going to be perfect. This video is not going to be perfect. So I have to understand that although it's not okay, it is okay because I am just starting out and I have a lot to learn, and I also have a long ways to go. No matter what, our goal right now to have better time management is to honor those deadlines that we are creating for ourselves. thing we want to do is eliminate our non-productive tasks. So by looking at our schedule, is there anything that we can eliminate that's taking up too much of our time? And let's say it's something like cleaning the gutters. Let's say it's like an email blast. Let's say it's something that we can actually outsource to other people to get it off our plates. Is it possible? Does it fit in your budget? Does it fit into your lifestyle to probably get this off of your plate, off of your scheduling, off of your task list, so you could either implement something else that's more important so you can be better at your job or be better at work or cross another role off your list? Is it almost smart to get rid of that non-productive task to make room for something that's more important? That's something that you can look through your schedule, look through your task list, and see if there's anything that can be eliminated. Can you put your, marketplace on an email blast? Can you put something on an automatic renewal if possible? Remove what you can and redirect your attention to something else. Next thing is we want to give ourselves enough time to complete these tasks. Never underestimate that something's going to take you a specific amount of time and then it goes over the time that you gave yourself, and now you need to stop that task and move on to something else. Never underestimate how long it's going to take you to do something. Give yourself enough time so you can at least make a dent in it, and then if possible you could stop that task and move on to the next one or roll it over, like I was mentioning, into the next day. Don't forget to add taking a break in your schedule. You need a break. Everyone needs a break. They need to recharge, even if it's for 2 15-minute breaks, like if you were at work. Do something to give yourself a break. Have a coffee break, have a stretching break, take a nap if even possible. It will make you feel so much better. It will recharge yourself, it will recharge your brain, and it will get you stimulated and motivated, and it will refocus your attention on what you are doing. Because I get up every single day at 5 o'clock in the morning and I work an 8-hour day. I'm home by 4 o'clock, and then I go to the gym, and then I come home, and then I make dinner, then I edit, and sometimes I don't go to bed till midnight. And I'm literally working on fumes. And sometimes I just need a break. I need 5 minutes, I need 15 minutes just to refocus myself, regroup, just take time out for me so you could just rejuvenate yourself and get back into focus. And my last tip, but my most fun, is to reward yourself. And that's what I was talking about. At the end of all of your days, you are going to write out for yourself a reward. So whether that be having a glass of wine, having a piece of chocolate, watching a movie, buying yourself a new outfit, buying yourself just something to make yourself feel like you accomplished something. You could do this every single day if you'd like and reward yourself at the end of every day, or you can do it once a week and reward yourself once a week for finishing all your tasks. But definitely give yourself a pat on the back because you are well on your way of being better at managing your time. And I know that this is going to make you more productive, less stressed, and have less anxiety. If you could get everything done that you have scheduled and all of your tasks and all of your goals are totally completed. So like I said, if you have never used a planner before, I think getting yourself a planner will really help you with your time management. The planner, again, that I use is from Freedom Mastery. I will leave a link down below as well as a link to that video that I just did. But if you are not into Law of Attraction and you just want a regular planner, you could just pick up a planner anywhere. There's tons out there. I suggest getting one that either has an hourly for you so you can track all your hours, just pretty much what we're doing today. But definitely get one that has one weekly. So you just don't want to get a calendar or a planner that just has it per month. That's not enough time allotted for you on that planner. You need something that really breaks down each and every day if you're going to manage your time. So you could pick up a planner at Target, you could pick up a planner at Staples. They have really great planners. I used to use the Erin Condren planner. That's a great planner to use if you are wanting to splurge a little bit. They go for about $80, but definitely think about getting yourself a planner. I think it will help you with managing your time. So for now, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be making more videos like this. I'm really starting to enjoy this content. So make sure you stay tuned because we are working on this vision board right here. If you can see it, the goal board, I still need to update it, but it's done. I already have my goals for 2021. But this right here, this vision board, it is old and it needs to be rejuvenated for 2021. So I have all the things, I already clipped everything out, so I know exactly what I want to put on the board this year. So stay tuned for the next video, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you can get an alert when that video comes live. Leave me a comment below to just say hi and let me know if you like this type of content. But our next video is coming up, is going to be all about this vision board, so you're going to want to stay tuned. Let's see how long it took me to film this video. So I gave myself 2 hours, and it took me 1 hour and 6 minutes to film this video, which is pretty much unheard for me, because usually it takes me hours and hours and hours to film videos sometimes. This one went pretty smooth, so I'm really proud of myself. I'm going to pat myself on the back and get myself a reward for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more content, and I will talk to you guys real soon. So for now, bye.